Let's do some more improvising. So we have already worked with Eliza, the beautiful, more new age type sound. If we're looking for something that's got a little bit more grunge to it, a little bit more power, more contemporary sound, let's have a listen to a great blues track, which was produced by the wonderful Robert Relly. Great musician, great educator, great producer. On this particular track, we're going to be exploring some different rhythms, but the concept is the same. Just a small dose. Get used to your fingers being across still the black notes for now. These pieces have been produced to make sure that any of the notes that you play sound good. And it's going to give you the opportunity to just relax into your playing, as well as get some independence with the fingers. You can have your earbuds in while you're listening to the soundtrack. You can have your bigger headphones on while you're listening to the playing and get that experience of, wow, I'm actually playing as the pianist or the keyboard player right in the heart of the blues band. So let's check this out right now. So, great sound. All right, good. I'm just going to take 5 fingers. I'm going to put them anywhere as long as it's 5 consecutive black keys. Like I said earlier, if we just have a listen to the piece, we can feel where the beat is. And I'm just playing on the beat. 5 fingers anywhere. I mean, look, you could take just your pinky finger, finger 2. You take your left hand. I mentioned in an earlier segment, when you're improvising, try to keep away from improvising and playing around in the low notes. Sounds a little bit grungy down there, not as much clarity. Now, what were those rhythms that I was doing then? Well, these are rhythms that you're already familiar with. Well, obviously, when I'm playing just on the beat, I did a double, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, but it's a little bit of a swing rhythm. It's not straight on the beat, it's more like bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. But many of you will be familiar with the nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so you can try exploring that Humpty Dumpty rhythm. Sounds great. So from the beat, bum, bum, Humpty, Humpty, bum, bum, Humpty, bum, bum. Another one you might explore from a nursery rhyme from the past, perhaps you're familiar with. Hickory dickory dock, hickory dickory dock, hickory dickory dock. Now you can just mess around with those, just right there. On the beat, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, hickory, 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 hickory. Humpty Dumpty on the beat. Lots of things you can do just with those 3 simple rhythms. Explore with your left hand as well if you like. Just remember to keep it in the upper notes so it sounds more clean. But a really great thing to do, and particularly as you're working with these pieces, it's a great soundtrack, by the way. This will feel great once you've got the music turned up loud. You can play your piano nice and loud. You can turn up the volume on your keyboard and get that really full, comprehensive experience of the blues band. And here you are there just jamming away, exploring improvisation. And it'll be amazing what you'll be able to accomplish just by playing on the beat or adding in our Humpty Dumpty, or hickory, hickory, hickory. Very, very natural rhythms. All we're doing is taking those things that have been in your body for all these years, and we're just redirecting those rhythms, those naturally occurring rhythms that you've had an opportunity to process. We're just redirecting them into your hands. Now, I can hear it, I can think it, but my hands sort of aren't executing it the way that I want them to. Be patient. Just be really patient. It will help you even to just be away from the keyboard. Just listen to the track. Bum, bum, bum. In fact, I'll just play it again for a moment just to have a listen to it. Let me just dive in anywhere. Okay, I've got the beat going. Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, hickory, 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 hickory. Humpty Dumpty, bum, bum, like a single. A double would be this. Humpty Dumpty, or hickory. It's a triplet, but don't worry about that. So, once you've got that in your hands, I don't mind if you just get used to plonking it on the keyboard with one finger if you want. Single, 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 Humpty, Humpty, Humpty Dumpty, hickory, 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 hickory. It's really easy if you go easy with yourself. Take your time with this. Learn slowly. Don't worry about getting the hickory rhythm if you don't feel you've got it in your fingers. Just stay on the beat or stay with the simple Humpty Dumpty rhythm and just figure that out. Take your time doing that and use this as a foundation for getting a really great sound, having great fun with improvisation and continuing to lay a foundation that's going to put you in great standing as we move forward to learning our next song. See you soon.